you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing. Where do you come from? Where are you going? What are you feeling tonight? And what are you showing? Where do you come from? 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 Where are you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing.
Hey, welcome. We are hitting everybody up with episode 67 here at the end of the year, coming at you December 18th. This is our Party Chat podcast, a cloud gaming talk show where two Canadian cloud gaming hosts chat about Bungie's Destiny 2, cloud gaming headlines, and just some new and upcoming gaming news. I'm joined as always by my super co-host, leveling up the podcast as always, Sebastian, aka Nads614. Thank you so much for hosting last week's cast. I really appreciate you covering that while I was gone.
A pleasure. That was good to do, and I hopefully I cover a lot of good stuff there. So yeah.
Yeah, as always. Today is episode 67. We're going to be chatting about Destiny 2, what's happening at the end of the year, the event of the dawning, if I have that correct.
Yeah, the dawning.
Some cloud gaming headlines, as well as some interesting stuff coming out of some consoles updates, and a GFN update brought to you by N7. We're going to be hitting up later, so that's going to be awesome. And everybody in chat, thank you for stopping by. N7, Ray, Gaming Cyborg, Simply Pwned Gaming, Bullis, Geek to sneaking in here. Cami28 and Banana Killer. I subbed. Oh, thank you so much. We super appreciate that. Yeah. And without further ado, let's get into it.
Yes.
So what have you been playing this week?
Well, I've been playing as usual. I've been playing some Destiny 2. So yes, I played some Destiny. We had the dawning starting at the reset, and over the weekend there were some like trials. So here are some of the stuff that happened. I just basically farmed the dawning. I completed the card, so I almost done all the triumph for the dawning, and also I did the dungeon. We did the dungeon together on Tuesday. And I finished it tonight with my two other character. So I'm complete for that. I just need to do some King's Fall, see if I can get that freaking gun eventually. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I play a little bit of Call of Duty because it was free to play this weekend. So I played that with my wife yesterday, and with you also, and her brother. So it was quite a lot of fun, just testing out the multiplayer and all this. So yeah, pretty much what I did, because I was a little bit busy this week. It was my last week before being on vacation. So now I can start trying more games if I don't get stuck on Destiny.
Yeah, it's your go-to.
Exactly. I'm like, I should try another game, but there's like stuff to do on Destiny, so I'll switch to that. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I'm the one that play with it.
Hey, Purple Haze, thanks for stopping by. Primo, awesome stuff. Netflix ? Yes, Netflix is in the cloud gaming space, and we put their logo up there. Just wanted to touch base. There's some more logos that should go up there now that I'm investigating all the cloud gaming space, like Nintendo.
Oh yeah,
Um, you know,
Luna.
Luna should
We
be
should
up
add
there. I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
even though we don't have access, we're like all about Canadian, and Luna's not really coming to us. But
Yeah.
there's even a brand new cloud gaming service that I'll get into that's free to play right now. So we'll be jumping into that a little bit later as well.
Yeah.
But what have I been playing?
Yeah. You play a
Get
lot of
ready.
game.
There has been a lot of stuff. One, I've been surfing the airways. Look at that shot right there,
Alright.
huh?
That's pretty nice.
This is gonna be a new thing. I'm gonna challenge you to bring a very nice screenshot because how screenshots are part of gaming. So on top of a clip, let's try and bring a screenshot to the week and really
Yes,
try to
I'll
show.
look into that.
So this is me discovering that the Forbidden West obviously includes San Francisco, which
Oh, okay.
I didn't make that connection, but yeah, you can. That's the only landmark I can make out over there is San Francisco with the Golden Gate bridges, but I can't make out the other buildings. But pretty neat. Enjoying it, walking around, just basically hunting for different upgrade pieces for my armor. So I'll go find these giant beasts and then I'll have to take them down. I always hit them with the special effects first to weaken them, and then I just hit them with spike poles or the bolster cast and just break them down afterwards. If I need to take out special components, obviously I'm going to snipe out their pieces first or use a booster to do so, but it's honestly a great game, and I upped the difficulty to give it that nice boost and challenge that I like so much. So it's taken me a little bit.
Nice.
Moving down the line though, Fortnite, Mr. Beast, there was a competition for $1 million this weekend. Unfortunately,
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
get into it, but on family game night with the triplets and I, hey, Lethal, thanks for stopping by.
How you doing, Lethal?
And Sanchez MTZ Gaming. Oh, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. It means the world.
Yeah.
This is so cool. And even if you're listening on VOD, we appreciate you listening to afterwards. So this is a shout out to you, the listener on the VOD. But yeah, got into some Fortnite with the trio or the Rue Diglets, as I'm trying to brand them as, on Wednesday night for family gaming night. We had a blast. Mr. Beast released this island.
Oh, okay.
And so for 3 hours on Saturday, there was a competition to see who could get the highest score to get $1 million was up for grabs. And it was all this kind of Fall Guys situation where you had to jump, dodge obstacles, collect coins, and that's how you got a high score. It wasn't really a gun-based competition. So that was interesting to give it a try out. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the team together for the $1 million challenge because the triplets, they got their own plans these days at 15. They're growing out of Big Brother Rudigs. So, but yeah, I had fun on family game night. But moving down the line, Destiny 2. Played it with you on Tuesday. We had a great stream. We went through the brand new dungeon. I fumbled around trying to do a jumping puzzle with a hunter. I did not do so great on those parts. But you know what? I had a blast exploring brand new content. Like everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Chariot Gaming Man, what up, what up?
Hey.
Yes, Ray, the gaming cyborg. Thank you so much for the love. But yeah. Destiny 2 is always fun. I love that we have Tuesday because without Tuesday, I wouldn't get back into Destiny 2. And I played so much of it and invested so much time into my characters that I'm actually grateful. And I look forward to our Tuesday nights because I do get to go back, play them, hang out with you and your Destiny 2 world. And I used to live and breathe that world. I was just every aspect of it, hanging on to every new content. So
and there's a lot of change coming
DLC.
in the new year. Yeah, in the new year we got a lot of change. Lightfall's gonna drop. gonna get away from the light level, so I can't wait to see that how it's gonna turn out. Currently, there's no TWAB into the New Year, so in the New Year we're probably gonna get a dump load of stuff coming up.
So sorry if you covered this, but let's repeat it again for all of the Stadians. But what I'm hearing is that if you're on Stadia and you play Destiny 2, they are shutting down 1 week before
Oh yes.
the official shutdown. So Destiny 2 will be unavailable after January 11th.
Yeah, so make sure you do the cross save if you haven't done it yet. And then when you log in on Bungie, use your Steam account, Xbox, or whatever other account, because they're gonna shut down early. I wouldn't be surprised if there's already some issue with Stadia playing on Destiny 2, because Stadia is not supporting. I don't know how much they're doing in the background there, but like if there's many issue. I noticed that like I'm playing on GFN and I don't have any issue. I haven't had any problems. So where I feel like a lot more people had problems with Destiny 2. So I don't know it's because of their computer or what they're using for playing the cloud. So yeah. But yeah, if Stadia is shutting down, I'll suggest that you do that as soon as. Just make sure you do the cross save and Bungie on the account, and then you'll be good to go. When you log into Bungie, it tells you a warning in the air on top of the screen saying like, "Hey, Stadia shutting down." And I think when you start the game, also I had like a window appearing saying, "Hey, Stadia shutting down." So make sure you do your cross save. So there's plenty of warning out there. So make sure you follow them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, I think we just need to capture Nads' genius of technology into an app. It's like, how we had Clippy with the
Yeah.
Microsoft? We should
Oh
have
yeah,
Nads
yeah.
in the side.
I'll show up in the corner. Hey.
Exactly. Hey, port forwarding. You should try that.
Oh yes, I need to help you out with that, right?
Yes.
So if you're playing the cloud, port forwarding helps a lot. So setting up your router to port forward will like solve a lot of issue. Same thing if you're playing Call of Duty or any other game. Always look up online the port forwarding for those port, and then it's gonna help like playing your service easier.
Yeah. And Sanchez, MTZ, I feel your pain. I see you we're having a lot of crashes on Grime. I suspect that's because Stadia was missed on the latest update.
Yeah.
They did not update Stadia for the Colors of Rot. That's why I had to go over and purchase it on the PS5. But I had a blast streaming it. I had a marathon stream. Thanks for everybody who was able to stop by. We had a giveaway because I love that game so much. I was just like, I'm giving away a copy of it. I want more people to be playing it. It absolute challenge. I was able to make it past the vulture onto the Jagstag. And not only did I make it that far, but I was stubborn enough to grab the armor that made the enemies do double damage to me. Yes, already exists. Congratulations. You were the winner. I don't know what it is. I feel like whenever I'm in a contest with already exists, he's winning. He's always getting it. I'm like, did you find a name to somehow beat the algorithm? He's so good at it.
Yeah, he's a lucky guy.
Yeah. But we had a blast. Everybody who stopped in, they shared their words of encouragement as I was going through. So I really appreciate that. It was fun because when you run a stream that long, I feel like different people in the community stop in at different hours. And so, like, everybody kind of had their own time to hang out with me. Even Bliss, he came on the PlayStation party chat, and he was hanging out with me for about an hour just on chat while I was playing the game. So, yeah, we just had a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. And we'll be doing more stuff like that. Of course, when we have Destiny, we're going to be doing massive streams. Like we did for the 24-hour raid. So look forward to that. And some Call of Duty raids, maybe. So I'm not too good at the PvP, as we discovered playing with your wife and I, but
Yeah, my wife she's crushing it. She was always
oh
on
my
top.
gosh.
I'm like, I don't know if she does it. She's just very good. She's playing with the controller too, right? So
Yeah.
I play mouse and keyboard, and I feel like sometimes I don't have the coordination or something. But anyway,
Well, I mean, everyone seems to be so good. I feel like I was better in third person mode than.
yeah, I found that part very weird when we played third person. I was like, this is so weird. Call of Duty is not a game to play in third person, but yeah,
Yeah, it
it
was a
was
change up.
quite interesting, that's for sure. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I will quickly go through the last two games I've been playing this week.
Yeah,
Apparently, I've been playing too many games.
that's all good.
High on Life,
Yeah.
Squanchy Games. This is their second game from this studio. That was absolutely hilarious writing. Each of the guns basically talk to you if you have been living under a rock, and this is the first time you're hearing it. It's made by the same people that Rick and Morty. The writers, Justin Roiland, you'll recognize all the voices. It's just beyond hilarious. Everything is always interacting with you all of the time, so you're never like bored in any situation. And if you're just wandering, they'll be like, "Hey, why are you wandering? You should be wandering. You should get back to the game. You stupid at like," and it'll just like
It's
get on you.
talking to you. That's so funny.
If free on Game Pass, if you have access to a Game Pass subscription, you can play it on xCloud. I myself downloaded it locally. I could probably run xCloud perfectly, but we got to work that out on the
Yeah.
technical side with Nads. But I'm enjoying it. I was getting through it today, so more on that later. And then the
Nice.
Forspoken demo that was released right after the Game Awards. Of course, a little bit buggy, but I had a lot of fun playing with the fire magic, big SFX, as I created like firewalls to take down many minions using the bigger attacks. And then there was the rock that kind of added like a gun through your fingers where you shot the rocks at people. So I had a great time playing with that and finishing that demo on the PlayStation. So a lot of cool stuff out there. This is me on holidays. I need to get a job, apparently.
No, it's all good.
I did some work though. You know, our product is maybe looking to, and I'm gonna butcher the name, Massachusetts. I can't say it. Boston State. So
I know what you're talking about, and
yeah,
I can destroy that name like even more.
this is the Canadian butchering
Yeah.
the American state. I'm sorry out there, but yeah, having a lot of fun out there, checking out different games.
Massachusetts.
Well, you have a French accent. I think you're a little bit worse than mine. Not gonna blame you for that.
Talking about Ion Life, you mentioned about the Game Pass. If you have access, you have that game. But I noticed another game you can play. It's Dark Tide is available on Game Pass, so I'm probably gonna play a little bit more of that. We'll see.
Was that the Warhammer game that we were playing?
Yes, we
kinda
did
like
the
Destiny.
beta. Yeah, we played the beta, so it's available on xCloud or Xbox Game Pass. So I'm probably gonna give it a try and see how it goes. I found it was pretty fun, the game. I don't know if my progression is gonna move over, but that's fine. We'll see.
Yeah, I suspect it wouldn't cross save because I don't think they have a dedicated cloud save system like Ubisoft. But,
yeah, true. Oh well, we'll see.
All right, shall we get into portion 2 of the podcast?
Yes, I'll talk about. Should we mention about the next 2 weeks? We're gonna have Christmas and the New Year. I don't think we're gonna be able to do our podcast then, so we'll be able to do it in the New Year. So watch for that. There's also no TWAB until the New Year, Destiny 2 TWAB. So I'll jump on that in the New Year, like I mentioned. But look at our channel. We're gonna be streaming still So a lot of game to play during Christmas time, and then we can go over all over it in the new year. But moving on into some of Destiny 2 activity, I mentioned trials this weekend is happening. If you haven't played yet, if you get a flawless card and go get the Adept and Cannon, I try to remember the name of it, but you can claim it after and after, so like without losing the flawless card. Because usually when you claim it, you lose a flawless card. You need to go back to flawless to get it, but apparently I don't know if it's bug or what, but like you don't need to go flawless again. You just reacquire the card and it's still like complete. So
Oh
pretty
wow.
nice for people to farm the role they want for the gun. But I cannot make it to flawless.
Yeah.
Zur Zur this week he's in the tower this weekend. He has Lost Pacifica armor set for all character. There's nothing good, really much to mention other than the Titan chess has like a pretty good role, pretty well distributed within the resilience, recovery, and discipline. So it's one to check. And we also have some exotic. There's the what's the name of the pulse rifle there? The Void pulse rifle. Uh, Give me 2 seconds and I'll tell you that when this thing's load. The Graviton lens. So Graviton lens is available. There's also the Capri string for the Hunter as an exotic. Not too bad. There's eye strength and eye mobility, 63 total. We also have the Armamentarium for the Titan, where you can carry 2 grenade, 62 total. Eye discipline, not too bad. And the Verity Brow for the Warlock, total 63 eye recovery. So you can go for that. Also, we got the Arc Moon with a surplus and small bore, pretty decent roll. And also we got the Deadman Stell with the Subsistence, which is more for PvE, but I don't know, with small bores. That's pretty much what we have for Zur, but quite interesting. The other thing is that if you're a big fan of DMT and you farm the dungeon, you get the long arm scout rifle, which is a legendary scout rifle similar to DMT. So and has that perk of like if firing, and I got killed so many times with it in PvP. So pretty good PvP gun if you don't have it yet. And I got two of them with like under pressure and reserve round or something like that. So quite interesting one. The other thing I wanted to mention is that yesterday we did a competition with Sir's Christmas giveaway. Quite a lot of fun. If you want to look at the video, go for it. Watch it. That was a lot of fun. I'm not the best at PvP, but I was more to play with the community, right? So
I'm very impressed with your gameplay, huh? You pulled out some W's, some victories in the tournament.
yeah, and I was able to get a kill there while someone was putting a well radiance as a melee in midair. That was just perfect timing, and I was actually surprised about it. So.
Nice.
And that's pretty much what we have for Destiny 2. Like I mentioned, the TWAB I released on Friday, so go have a look if you haven't. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We had DMG leaving Bungie, which is quite
Wow.
surprising. Yeah, he's been in
Oh,
Bungie for so many years, but he's moving on to new thing. So my guess was is he moving on, staying within Bungie, or getting out of Bungie? Because maybe they're gonna look for
yeah, he's
people
been there
to work on the other
forever.
game. I know. That's the thing. I wonder if they're gonna play. He's gonna work with other games within Bungie, because there's Matter coming out, and they want to remake some of their older game. But like in like I try to remember. It's like it's gonna be similar to DMZ or like Escape of Takor or Tavor. I don't know how to say it, but
Okay.
it's
I
gonna be a
guess we'll
DMZ
see.
time.
I
Yeah.
guess we'll see.
All right.
All right. So, shall we flip on to some news then?
Yes. Let's move on to some news.
out of Destiny into some news. Switching to the news desk. All right. Thank you, N7. We have a update for GFN and all you GFNers out there. GeForce Now is an awesome streaming service which allows some great cloud gaming experiences. Don't miss out on a 3080 RTX experience or just a priority tier. Or if you're patient enough, game at the free tier. But here we have an update from N7.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you, Next Gen Gaming. That last segment was great as usual. I am back to talk about GeForce Now and what games are released this week. Before we begin, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to get notified when next week's episode goes live. We are looking at 6 games released this week, so let's jump into our first game, Marvel's Midnight Suns. Marvel's Midnight Suns is a game that I would highly recommend checking out if you can. Recently released on Steam, this game has made its way now to the Epic Games Store. From the developers who made the XCOM series, get thrown into a story-driven narrative with iconic characters like Doctor Strange and Spider-Man as they take on the forces of Lilith, alongside a new character, the Hunter. Initially released back in the 90s, Master of Magic has you choose one of 14 unique wizards as you fight for control for more land against other wizards. You're not a wizard without your spellbook that you can use to great effect that will aid you in conquest over the land alongside your armies of fantastical creatures to expand your domain further. Strap on your skates and roller champions, which is a fast-paced 3v3 team-based game developed by Ubisoft and is free on Steam. The objective is quite simple. Take control of a ball and complete a lap with it. A goal will then open up and then you can score. Now the catch is that the other team is trying to do the same thing. So how will you coordinate with your team to win the game? Currently 10% off on Steam, Wavetale is a story-driven action-adventure game set in the world of Strandsville. Surf on the waters, slide, and grapple your way through the levels as you figure out the mysteries of Strandsville. Save citizens of the islands as you visit, and defeat an old nemesis that appeared once more. Ever wanted to build your own starship? Well, now you can in Cosmoteer's Starship Architect and Commander, which is currently in early access. Explore a vast universe as you take on enemies, or go mining for resources to fuel your ship. Manage your crew for specific tasks as you take on ships in PvP battles, which you can take on solo or with a friend. Last game on the list, Floodland, has you take on charge of a small group of people as you rebuild society from the ruins of the old world caused by climate change. Explore the islands around you as you get resources to bring back to your main hub, make important decisions from the community by implementing laws, and expand your colony as you slowly build what was lost. And that's all the games out there this week. I'm N7 Specters and Next Gen Gaming. Back to you.
Awesome. Great.
Production value. Thank you so much, N7. Guys, there is 90 minutes left. Make sure you get your entries into this contest. N7 is holding for 2 physical GeForce Now cards. I've got all my entries in. I know Nads has got his entries in. Don't want to miss this. 2 hours. I think it says 90 minutes left. 90 minutes left. So if you're catching this on the VOD, sorry. And also at the same time, you'll check out all of N7's socials on there if you haven't already. Add them up, Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff. N7_Specters.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Awesome.
89 minutes left, guys. Your chance to win. So
Yeah, looking at
there.
looking at the game that's coming, it's on GFN now. Like Wavetale, we played that on Stadia. Very good game.
Oh yeah.
I'm quite interested about the Cosmoteer, like, you know, making your ship. It's like very basic graphic, but looks pretty fun. And I think a few people have streamed, N7 streamed Midnight Sun.
Oh,
If you're a
right.
Marvel fan, yeah, it's like a game you can play. Is that the one where like it's turn-based? Is that the one where you play with cards?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Have a look. Check out N7's
Now
channel.
you're making
for,
me
like,
doubt myself. What's the DC one? Gotham Knights. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Midnight Suns is the Marvel one. That's the one that's like very story driven and has to do with cards and attacking. I was watching N7
Yeah.
and it actually you place the attacks, you place them in directions and stuff. So it's
Yeah,
kind of interesting.
exactly. You have cards per character to do your attack and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but
Pretty interesting, like a turn-based RPG a little bit. Like,
if you're interested, go check out N7 streams on it. Absolutely. What is Blitz saying? I'm not on Twitter, so Blitz, you can enter different ways. You just don't get all the giveaway tokens, but you can enter, I think, by like, I don't know, liking and subscribe, going to his YouTube page, I think is one entry. But we will continue on to the next one. So I got some news here, which I haven't seen anybody really talk about. So this is kind of breaking news here, and I'm going to share my GFN library. So I discovered. Is it showing or no?
no.
Nope. We got a gray square there. We got a gray square, everybody. So why don't I just share this? I think that works. What?
No. Doesn't
No?
want to share. What's happening?
It doesn't want to share. Is GFN shy here? But basically what I was trying to say is that I came to a situation, there we go, where I discovered I had all of these Ubisoft games in my GFN library. And there was an extra sort of prompt asking me to resync through the Ubisoft Cloud Connect. So what my theory is, and what I'm seeing a lot on social media, is there was a connection and I got the Ubisoft games I purchased on Stadia refunded, and in addition to that, I got them pushed out onto GeForce Now and I'm able to play them. So this Monopoly I never had before on GeForce Now, Ghost Recon, but these are games I purchased on Stadia. So it's very interesting to me that they were able to pop up here. Into my library. Cuphead, Canadian Wonder Story. This game should not be skipped. This is a fantastic one. I didn't know it was on GFN. I played it all throughout on Steam and Nintendo Switch, so maybe I'll do a GFN thing because it is absolutely a lot of fun and pretty hard.
And I think we played the expansion, the DLC, did you?
Yes, I did. Now I'm forgetting what it's called. But it was a lot of fun, but very interesting. So check out your GFN library. You should have access to this stuff. So pretty cool.
See, for me, I can't. Like Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I had it on Stadia, and I cannot access it here.
Really? Because I have that. I have. Yeah, I would just.
You're gonna have to try it to press play. But I got the Assassin's Creed Unity for some reason. Foreigner. The Division, the first one, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because I play them on PC.
So Sanchez Gaming, you're asking how do I enter the raffle? I entered the link here. I can enter the link again here in the chat. And so you just click there and you got a couple minutes left to get into the raffle by doing a bunch of things off that link. Wavetale was an amazing game. I just sat down and I beat it. Like when it came out to Stadia, like it was so entertaining. Like I love the story. I had tears for the grandma. She was a little bit misguided at first, but then she finally came on side, and then she was helping me against the people trying to pollute the planet. Oh my gosh, it was a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, and you got a lot to. There's a lot of collectibles you can get around too. I found. Because I remember I played, I think the first chapter or something like that. Try to remember, and you played the whole game. But yeah, very good game.
I enjoyed it. It was a good experience. So let's move on to some more gaming news.
Yes.
We have the thing that I sort of teased here, a brand new cloud gaming service, and it is free to play this weekend. So right now, I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be lasting. Maybe it'll come to an end. But right now, you can go try this out. Utomic. It's free from January 16, 17, and 18. So you should be able to play it till the end of the day. They are on the Android app, which launched with Samsung and LG TVs. So this is not like something to just shake off. This is an actual, a big cloud gaming app. They have Deliver Us the Moon, Haven, Rogue Lords, Rhyme, The Surge. So, you know, some variety. They have 200 plus Android games, 100 plus games on the TV for free. Sign up now and get a 50% lifetime discount. So a lot of interesting stuff. They're just starting up now. They obviously position themselves on the gaming hub. So really cool. Check it out now if you can. Yeah, Utomic.
Yeah,
Cool stuff. What do you think?
That's quite interesting. They have a few game. Look like if I look at all the game they have, make me think of Stadia basically.
Oh,
because a lot of those games.
Is
are
David
from
Simpson? Sorry. Is David Simpson in here?
No.
I
Well.
swear I just saw him. Let me pull. Yes, he is. Dude, I love every time you come here and say 1v1 me. Who are you? Who are you? You're my new superstar in life right now. You just come to all our chats and say 1v1 me. We'd be happy to do it this Tuesday. We hold a community gaming night, 9 p.m. ET. Make sure to catch us. We did our dungeon last week, so we'll be pretty much open book this week. Come by and we'll do a 1v1. Happy to. Bliss, please come help me and save me from this 1v1.
That's funny.
Sorry. I just
Awesome. No, I was just looking at the game on Utah.
Yeah, get back to that. I just caught that caught me in the corner of my eye. I like when I see him come by.
So they have on their page they show they have 1,417 games, but available in the cloud. I guess they have some available in the cloud and some not. Try to understand that, and they got new and upcoming, so they have a lot of new game coming up. Harvest Moon. Is that not like a Nintendo exclusive?
Yeah, well, they got on this gaming hub, so I would suspect. Anyways, we can always check it out and report back. I mean, it is free to play for the rest
it's a
of the
14-day. You can claim a 2-week trial, so you can test it out.
Okay, 2-week trial. That's pretty big, and especially if you have the gaming hub.
Yeah, you can start your free 14 days trial.
Just remember to cancel, guys. Don't just keep trials going on forever and ever.
Yeah.
Awesome. So are you ready to put on your business hat?
Oh, yes, sure.
We have some cloud gaming marketing outlooks for 2023 to 2028. Size, share, top key players, growth and analysis. So this is coming out December 15th. Cloud gaming. Pretty interesting stuff. Basically, they're saying an obscene amount of money was spent in 2022 on cloud gaming. Cloud gaming, it hit $1 trillion for market size. Like, to me, that seems insane. I did not see that coming, but I guess when you have 20 million people subscribed to GFN, you have 25 million people subscribed to xCloud, and you have 6 people on Stadia. I mean, you're gonna get to these numbers.
Yeah. Definitely. No, that's good to know. Like, this is like the numbers showing that there's people playing in the cloud.
Yeah.
I always found that funny when people say like, "Oh, what? You and 6 other people are playing?" But in
That's
reality,
always the
there's a
joke.
lot. Yeah, there's a lot of people playing the cloud. Even though I have a powerful computer, I found it great for me to play in the cloud because then I can stream on top of that. It doesn't take too much on the computer. It's a good way. And then like people are saying that the stream looks great, so quite happy to see that.
Exactly. So the market is expected to reach 13 trillion by 2028. So Nads and I will be starting a cloud gaming company where we will
Yeah.
do something related to cloud gaming to take advantage of that exponential money growth.
I'll fill up my basement with what do you call it?
Servers.
Servers. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Canadian cloud gaming hub from Nads'
Exactly.
house.
And we should we should do like what Jeff did, Jeffy coin, right?
Yeah, exactly. The cloudy coin.
Cloudy coin. That's funny.
Yeah, so very exciting news to be in the cloud space, taking advantage. A lot of key players. This was interesting to me. Guess who's number one?
Is it
Atomic.
number one? It's just like they show him on top.
This is number one on the list. All right, all
Oh,
right. You
okay.
don't have, yeah. Let's. I
'Cause
mean, it's not
Google's pretty loud
alphabetical.
now. Yeah.
It's not alphabetical unless it's reverse alphabet. No, no, it's not. It's just
No.
random, I guess.
Yeah, it's
But
just
they're
random.
up there. I mean,
Because
they
Nvidia is
position
next,
themselves.
and they got Newman Holding, not sure. Remote My App, that looks like okay.
I'm not
Parsec
sure what that
Cloud,
is.
Paper Space. There's a lot of company in there I never saw. Oh, Simply Gaming.
This one I've heard of. They
This-
used to have a cloud gaming platform.
Yeah, they used to.
There was a potential for $13 trillion, but they decided, nah,
They pull the
that's
plug.
not for us. You know, F that community. They're not worth $13 trillion.
Break up
Anyways,
by device. Let's look at those devices.
Gamefly is somewhere how positioned in here. That's interesting. I wonder how they're going to approach the cloud gaming sphere.
Isn't it like a publisher? Gamefly?
No, they're like a game rental service in America
Oh, okay.
and the UK.
Interesting. Well,
Trillion, yeah. 13 trillion they set up here, Bliss. By 2028. And it hit 1 trillion in 2022.
yeah. Sweet.
So just absolutely astronomical devices. Obviously, these are the devices people are going to
Yeah.
use. That goes without
Spectrum,
thing.
video streaming, file streaming. Okay.
Like genres of things.
Uh-huh.
So it goes into different spaces, but all in all, the report just says massive growth.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Um,
Good to know.
Good to know.
Yeah, let's move on into some xCloud.
X Cloud, Cloud of the X. What's going on in the X Cloud? See, we should have transitions for each one.
Yeah, we can work on that.
And you know, they're all like different. We have like PlayStation Now on a violin.
Yeah.
How do I share this one? Here we go. More Samsung TVs.
Yes.
How many more Samsung TVs? Well, they went and they what's it called? What's it called when they backdate games? Reverse engineer or no?
No,
Not right.
Now I'm running a blank like you do.
Yeah.
But it's not.
They did that for
retroactive, but-
Samsung TVs.
So they went back into some Samsung TV up to 2021, and now you can have the cloud gaming hub, I guess, something.
Yeah, it's pretty
Backward
neat. I have not
compatible.
experienced it myself. My Samsung's a 2017.
Yeah, mine is old too. Backward compatible. That's usually what they use for.
Backwards compatibility, yes.
Yeah.
Nice one.
So they went back to the 2021. Now you can add this I'll have to look. I don't think my TV can do it. I think I bought it in 2018, so a little bit too old. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe my TV can die soon and I can get a new one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
awesome.
but yeah, it's cool. It's good news. If you didn't think you were a part of it, now you are a part of it. So if you got a Samsung 2021, boom, you got access to the gaming hub, which now has Utomic. So look out for all the game options that you have available in your TV.
Awesome.
So that's a nice little update from Xbox. And this one I thought you would. So this is a story I pulled out. I'm like, oh, Nads will be a little bit happy about this because I know that you used to play Elder Scrolls on Stadia. You even got
Online.
me into it.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online, right?
Yeah. So basically, they added
Sorry, I got these
Pass.
crazy ads popping up.
Yeah. They added on Game Pass. I'm guessing that you have the latest DLC with the latest expansion. So, which is great. So if you want to try it, you can try it. I'm so far behind in that game. Like I think when I retry it to play again, I was like, there's just so much to do. I was like, I don't know where I'm at. It's like Guild Wars 2. If I go back to Guild Wars 2, I'll be like, I'm so far behind. I don't know where I'm at. I think they're done updating it, but yeah, that's just another game. But like, pretty cool that yeah, if you are a big fan of Elder Scrolls Online, it's a very good RPG MMO. Has a lot. It's been going on since 2014, 13 maybe. I played that game before, like I went to Australia, so yeah.
That's sweet. Great option for Elder Scroll players on Stadia who are looking for that transfer over. You'll be able to, get over here to Game Pass and get onto the xCloud. So I'm just glad that if you're a gamer on Elder Scrolls, you now still have a cloud option.
Mm-hmm.
So cool stuff.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. And going down that Xbox list. So high on life was a little bit buggy. Squanch Games, what's going on? Not finishing stuff. Right on games. So this story once I thought I was sharing screen. This story I had a sort of higher sort of question I wanted to throw to you. Do you think it's like acceptable nowadays that we keep getting games that are just absolutely bug filled day one? And we always have to wait like to get updates? Like who's checking this stuff before it hits market before we're spending money on this? Like there should be like a check and balance, be like this game is not ready, there's bugs in it.
Well, as a consumer, I hate that like game are being released with tons of bugs, but publisher found like, well, with internet nowadays, they can update it later. And that's what we've been seeing in a lot of games. We were playing Call of Duty yesterday. We see a lot of bugs because they just provided an update or something like that, and a lot of issues. Cyberpunk was a massive issue. Yes, Bliss. That was a big thing, and it's like the the publisher always pushing so hard on the developer to release it to a specific date, the date that the publisher give. But the developer like, no, the game is not ready. But publisher, no, we got to release, like that's the date. I think with the last few years with COVID, everything got delayed. So I feel like rather than delaying the game even further to end up with a good product, then like just like getting something crappy on the first day, and then people are like not enjoying it and they spend all their money. Looking at the strategy with Cyberpunk is a good game now. Like it just took all this time to update it, and that's the issue we're having. Like Ion Life maybe had a deadline. Hey, we're gonna release it on Xbox Game Pass for that date, so you need to release it now. And that's the situation where before, when we had to buy a CD or buy the cartridge, and there was no update. Your console wasn't plugged into the internet. Well, like that was the end product. It needed to be fixed properly. Uh, excuse me. Big example. The What happened was like with Superman on Nintendo 64. I don't know if anybody remember that. I
Oh
played
wow,
that
that's a
game.
time that
Yeah. That was a game that was released on Nintendo 64 and it was terrible. So many bugs. You're getting like stuck in the wall. The graphics were terrible. It's like kind of a funny story. It's like similar to Aquaman. Aquaman came out. It was one of the worst game ever. It's funny enough, it was worse than Superman. So, but yeah, a lot of funny thing happened with that. But like that's the situation we're at now. It's like, yeah, they can release the game, it's not completely done, and then you just like update it every week or something like that. So patch note, fix a patch and stuff like that. But as you can see, Ion Life has a lot of bug fix. A lot of company now, when they release their game, they release it in beta and see how do a stress test. And then when they fully release it, they notice more bugs or didn't have time to fix everything. So there you are. So maybe the game's gonna run even better after all those fix. But like, general crash, progress blocker, that's annoying. But yeah. That's where we at.
Yeah, so it's a sad state of affairs. I hope that we get some sort of regulator that steps in and says, you know what, there's going to be a new benchmark that everybody needs to pass before you're able to get consumers to spend money.
And that's what Nintendo does and have been doing for many years. All their game, they're like quality control. You never notice like getting like a Super Mario Brother or like a Zelda releasing with too many bugs and stuff like that. Usually it's been like very good because they quality control all their game.
I would agree, yeah.
Yeah, it's been like something going on for many years. That's why it took a while for them to go on the indie side, because they had the quality control over so long that like the indie side of things is like, it's hard, but yeah. It's quite interesting.
Well, people on High on Life, if you were having some progress bugs and you stepped away for now, know that they're paying attention to it and that there was a lot of fixes updated. The TV in the house will now continue to play videos after completing the game. That's hilarious, because right now the TV in the house just plays like the most ridiculous things. I think I even played, I posted some of the advertisements. It's just like hilarious stuff that they just put out there. Cool stuff. Let's move it down the line. Oh my gosh, we're getting out of time.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I always run out of time. I always run out of time. Is this what my eyes are seeing? Cloud Dosage, thank you so much for keeping up the Cloud Awesome news. Let's go here and talk about 9 games that are leaving this January. So if you're playing these games, you'll want to watch out. Some big ones here that leaving soon on the 1st of January. One that pops out, Outer Wilds. I thought that was a pretty big one.
That's a good game, yeah.
And then Ember was one that was on Stadia that I remember. Hello Neighbors is an interesting one to leave. I thought that was a more popular one. And then we have Immortal Realms, Vampire Wars, Tropico 6.
Oh, it's not Hello Neighbor, it's Secret Neighbor.
Oh, it's Secret Neighbor.
No, yes. Hello Neighbor just got into Game Pass. So.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry about that.
Well,
correction. Thank you, Nad.
I think it's in the same genre. I think it's the same character they show in the pictures. So it's the same. It's within the same story, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah, so just keep your eye out here, as you know, it's just a revolving door when it comes to these other cloud gaming services. So sometimes we see games leave, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's Game Pass motto right there, right? I need to look up Outer Wild, because I know that was like a very good game when it came out. And it's like you have one day to do something, and you gotta go do different activity, and every day it reset. So that's a pretty good game.
Yeah, I've never had a game that I've been playing that's been leaving a cloud gaming service. So none of these like affect me personally, but I would be pissed if that were happening if I was into Outer Wilds, because what you're describing, I mean, it sounds like kind of like it would be an addictive loop to like go over and over again. So
Yeah.
it would just be sad to have a game you like, go away from your cloud.
Yep.
Well. Let's keep moving as the time keeps flowing
Yeah.
and
Oh.
move on to some PlayStation news I got going on. So,
All right.
remember the old time PlayStation advertisements? That's what always sticks out in my head when they were just like, PlayStation!
Yeah. And it was like
All
beep,
right.
boop, like that sound.
Yeah.
PlayStation.
We need those as our transition.
Yeah.
Although I don't think Sony would like
Copyright. Copyright.
that. So PlayStation Plus Premium game list for December. So this is some interesting news if you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber. Some interesting games you may recognize from Stadia. Adventure Times will be added in 2 days. Ben 10, again, another Stadia one. And we're getting a bunch of Ubisoft games through the Far Cry series coming up here. Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor,
Yeah.
and Shadow of War, 2 excellent titles, very expansive, very large. Those will be added on the cloud.
Judgment, it's a very good game too.
Is Judgment coming up here? Oh,
Yeah.
Judgment, yeah. Yeah, that was one that was on Stadia that already exists, actually recommended to me, and I was contemplating getting it.
It's
but
a
now I'll
very
be able
good
to
game.
try it.
It made me think of another game, older game, but anyway, very good game. I had was like very highly, like, quite popular. Everybody loved it. Everybody I know that play it. So
Yeah, I'll have to give it a check out. Then we have this one I wanted to point out, Mortal Shell. So that's the Souls type, game that we have, and the PS5 edition is being entered in. So I always like to see
Nice.
that hitting the PlayStation Plus. So that is very cool to see. We got some wrestling, so people who are into that and combat. The Escapist 2, I know that's kind of like a pixely game, but it does stand up to me. And the Pedestrian, so you see this?
yeah.
That was one of the games leaving the Xbox in our last topic. So I wonder if they're connected, leaving one coming to another.
Probably. I see down below there under Essential Game, we got Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Very, very good game. That's like
So
all the Mass Effect. You're gonna be jumping into that.
I got access to that at the beginning of the month. So these are games, these are a little bit different. You can download them directly to your system. They're not in the cloud.
Oh, okay.
So we got access, not all of them, some are in the cloud. I'm not exactly sure where all the Mass Effects are, but I just claimed them to claim them. But we got access to Biomutant, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and Divine Knockout Founders Edition, and you can claim those instantly, sort of day one of the month. That's your monthly sort of games. But Biomutant and Mass Effect Legendary Edition, like, those are 2 great games, like very big titles.
Definitely.
And then classics, Heavenly Sword. So these are cloud. Heavenly Sword, Oddworld, Pinball Heroes, and Ridges Racer. So Heavenly Sword, I don't know if you remember, but that was sort of like a female god of war.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day. So pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's the big update. And if you're wondering what PlayStation 5 games are available on PlayStation Plus, there is a lot of titles that they include with the PlayStation Plus. Like, I do not remember this as a kid, just getting access to all of these games with the online membership. Like, that's an insane list.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all PlayStation 5 titles. So, very cool. Wicked to see.
Oh, Mass Effect is also available on xCloud. So geez, I'm gonna be able to check that out. There's like a lot
Yeah.
of game. Like I think
That's
we're
what I
getting
mean,
with
it's-
too many game.
I was telling you the other day when you were talking about The Witcher 3, and I'm like, I honestly, I heard it's amazing, but I've just got so much I
Too
got
many
Horizon.
game.
Like,
I know.
as you
I
saw
know.
my list, I was talking about like what I've been up to.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. It's almost like you have to play for set yourself to play for a couple hours and not play the old thing, and then
right.
then you can move on to a different game. But you get hooked, and then you just like want to play, right? That's the
Yeah.
thing. I feel like I'm always going back to Destiny 2 because I'm like, oh, I can't do so much. And then like, if I jump on another game, I'm worried I'm gonna get hooked and I'm gonna not play Destiny 2 and fall behind. Yeah, I don't
You
know.
can take a break, Nads. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it will
It'll
be
be
fine.
fine. There's so many games out there.
I know.
I know.
Final Fantasy 16, yes.
There's speaking of games, Nads.
Yeah.
Speaking of games,
That's another big game coming out, probably on PlayStation first, because they always have the.
exclusive Mondo.
So we
It's,
saw the
it's
we saw the
exclusive.
trailer during the Game Award, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They always
Some
make
epic stuff.
beautiful game. They like sadly Square Enix had some bad luck with Marvel Avengers, but Final Fantasy has always been their game. If you like their new way of playing it, it's like action RPG more like you just like move around, dodge, attack, and then you can pause to do a magic attack or something like that. So very good.
I think it's a pretty epic get, especially for the PlayStation community. They're going to be locked in, and I think it'll bring some people into grabbing this game or grabbing a PlayStation just to sort of get into this, especially if you're following Final Fantasy and you're coming from 15 and going to 16.
Well, actually, Final Fantasy, they don't follow each other. They
see, that's how much of
story
the new
every
buy-in.
time, but it's a new story every time. But the thing it's like quite interesting is that you like you just like play the new game, but you have some aspect that's like being carried away, like carry on like over all the Final Fantasy, like the fact you can summon like those big monster, your magic power, and some of the basic, right? But yeah,
I wonder if it would have came to Stadia.
No, I don't think so.
Because they had Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, but if they didn't buy, if Final Fantasy 15 didn't get popular, and that was an old game when they put it on there, right?
Right.
Final Fantasy 15 I bought on Xbox when it came out, and that was like a couple of years back.
I wonder if they got locked out of putting Final Fantasy 16 on Stadia, and they were like, we just keep hitting block after block. We can't get Bethesda. We can't get Final Fantasy anymore. Activision won't pick up our calls anymore.
Who knows, right?
Yeah. But yeah.
I can see that coming like to PC after 6 months to a year. When all the bugs are fixed.
I don't know if it's on that list. I don't know if it's on the list that's coming to PC, because they released a list of games that were coming to PC from PlayStation.
Well, that's the thing. Final Fantasy always release their game after that on PC. They usually take about a year. So there's an exclusivity timeline with PlayStation. And it's always been, and eventually it's gonna get released. They're gonna announce it after a year, being like Final Fantasy 16 coming to PC now and other platform. And, probably gonna come to Xbox also, or Because I remember Final Fantasy 15 came out on Xbox at the same time. Or there was like a 2 weeks of like exclusivity with Sony. So
Well, it's pretty neat. You can get the collector's edition for a nice $350. So if you're looking to blow money on a dragon statue and some cool looking pins, plus you get a digital sword, the blood sword. So cool stuff. I think it'll be a big game when it comes out. I think it'll
yeah.
be good for the platform. I look forward to seeing Xbox's lineup for 2023. I feel like PlayStation has already teased a lot of their lineup. We see Starfield, but I'm looking forward to more, as I've got access to both with Game Pass. So
Yeah, Starfield's
let's
gonna
see
be
it all.
good. That's gonna be a game I can't wait to try. Probably gonna get it for PC and play on GFN, because why not? Hopefully it's gonna come on GFN. GFN,
right,
get this game.
Let's get through this next news.
Yeah.
Cloud Dosage, thank you again. People of the Nintendo Switch world, check it out. Resident Evil 7, just in time to get scared for the holidays. Get your freaky on.
Yeah, so Nintendo's been like releasing a few games on the cloud, so which is amazing. I don't know what service they're using, but cloud service provider Ubitus. There we go. So there we go. I know they had what's the game you played on Stadia you really like? That was looking pretty good.
Dimesia
No.
and Control.
Control. So I know they had Control. That was their first cloud gaming they had on the Switch, and then since then they've been releasing anything that the Switch cannot support. They've been doing that. But you know what? Technically, Nintendo has been looking into the cloud service for quite some time. Before they released the Switch, they were talking about doing your Switch will be connected to the internet and will use the other Switch from other location to power up your Switch to play the game.
What?
Yeah,
Like
it was like
siphoning?
it was almost like making an ad hoc system. So it
Wow.
was a cloud, so using the other device in your area or like around the world to boost up your device. Yeah, that
Jeez.
was the first concept before the Switch came out. But like quite interesting. But
What
now,
up, Cowboy? Thanks for stopping
Hey,
by.
Cowboy.
And now your mama knows. Coming live from the hot tub. Damn. In the hot tub. That sounds sweet. I wish I could take a dip. But yeah, exciting stuff. This game actually has featuring gyro controls with the Joy-Cons. So in the cloud, that's a little bit of a new one, I think.
Is it like basically for shooting, aiming with it?
It must
maybe?
be. Must be.
Interesting.
Get that. Pow.
I know I always turn off the gyro for like a lot of stuff. I know you could do it with Zelda for aiming, and I never really like it. I just like to use a control, I guess. But sweet. Let's check out the rest of our news.
It's interesting here. Japanese players, however, could already rent a cloud version of Resident Evil 7. So I wonder, that's what I'm saying. Cloud renting is going to be on the up and up, I feel.
Is it directly from Capcom or?
No, I think it must be from this Ubitus.
Yeah, we saw on the list of name there earlier about like the investment. So.
But yes, let's keep it flowing. Let's keep it flowing. What's on the next PC gaming? I have a PC gaming category here. What am I talking about PC gaming? Oh, this is crazy. How much RAM is your computer, Nads?
I want to say 32.
Is it 32?
Yeah, I think I have. I'll have to look.
That's a beast. I mean, they're suggesting 32 gigs of RAM to play Returnal, the PlayStation game.
So you gotta use all your RAM. That's
I mean,
one.
that's a hefty recommendation, is that not? For gaming?
Yeah, that's
And that's
demanding.
generation 1 PlayStation 5 games.
Yeah, that's very demanding. That's
Yeah.
like a lot of RAM. Let me see system. My
I
rig.
mean, Returnal is a beautiful game. It's very brilliant in its random processing, its creation, its beautiful colors, like the bioluminescence of the creatures, the attack, the variety of weapons and upgrades that's happening to you.
That's
So
true.
I get how it could be demanding, but 32 gigs. Oh
That's
my
a lot.
goodness.
I got 16 gig actually on this computer. My older computer had
Yeah.
32. I
Oh
had more
wow,
on my
that's a
older.
powerhouse.
Well, I built it myself, so I just like got a couple of cards. So, but yeah,
Ooh.
like 32 like gig of RAM. That's a lot. Like,
Yeah.
that might be a bug. It might be overusing like your RAM.
No, PlayStation recommends at least 32 gigs of RAM
Yeah,
to
to play
play
on
Returnal on
PC.
PC.
That's just it. So it's just because of the quality. How much RAM is inside a PlayStation? Do we know?
I believe a PlayStation is equivalent to a 3070,
But
but I
like
do not
we're
I do
talking
not
about
know
RAM, not about the
how
graphic
much
card.
RAM does a PS5 have. Come on, Google, give me the answer. 16 gigs of RAM with the potential of, I don't know. That's what it says. So the console has 16 gigs of GDDR6 SD RAM.
So it has less than that what they recommend.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. But like that's the thing. RAM is like what does the processing.
Yeah, they're even saying the choice is bizarre when the PlayStation.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's an interesting one. Cause yeah, the RAM is like gonna be what's it's what a lot of the background is happening. It's gonna like do the thinking, right? Where your processor is gonna be activating, then your GPU is gonna be like doing the picture, everything graphic on your picture. So yeah, RAM, like you don't necessarily need a lot of RAM.
Yeah.
But like if you get a lot of program running in the background, you do. That's all.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
that was that part. Oh, and let me just, do I have Epic Games open? No, I don't. Sable is free on Epic's games today, and they're giving
Yes.
away a game every day. And Sable is on GFN, so if you're looking for a new game for GFN, be sure to grab Sable.
Yes,
That's a cool one.
I claim it today too, and yeah, they have their 12 days of Christmas, so
Yeah,
check it out.
tomorrow. Yeah, I think in a couple hours they'll be releasing a new game. So be
11
sure to
hours, 12 hours.
11 hours.
Yeah, so pretty interesting. I got Sable. I thought it was another game though, but like it looks pretty amazing. I think I was talking with N7. Was it, oh no, it was maybe SPG was mentioning that basically you're in a tribe and then you got to choose your pet and decide which mask you want to wear, and that will like tell you your pet or something like that. So
It's a mass game.
yeah, but it's like more an adventure game, like where like yeah,
Interesting art style. That like very anime looking. Cool, yeah. If you're interested, it's free on Epic Games. Check it out. You can play it on GFN if you have access to that. Always cool to play in the cloud and get some free games. So that was all I had for the news in gaming this week. It was a little bit of stuff, but we got through it together. That's the important part. Now let's get into some clippage we got going on from the week.
And you got some clip for me, right?
Yes, I clipped something for Nads, an assisted clip, if you may, because he made a wonderful kill that was recaptured on the final kill cam when we were playing today
Yesterday.
yesterday
Yeah,
in some Modern Warfare. So why don't we check out Nads' clip here?
sounds good.
Mission complete. Solid work.
You know, I just
Uh-oh.
this is that there's a person right in front of me who's like using, I think, used as a heal. I almost dying, and this guy walked in front and he got killed.
He took a bullet for you so
Yeah,
you could get
exactly.
that final kill cam.
Exactly.
He did what he had to do for you, Nads.
Yeah, I think that's the game where like Sarah got booted of the game, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
either she got booted or I got booted.
Yeah, I think the first time was her, and then the second time was you, or something like that.
Yeah.
I was
And
like,
then the
I don't
third
know.
one we made it through, but
Yeah,
then yeah.
that's funny.
yeah.
But we were playing versus like I don't know, people from across the world because their ping was like 200.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, show me your clip.
All right. So this one is from the new game Forsaken. So it's a little 15-second one. So just to show off a little bit of gameplay here for the Forspoken demo here on PlayStation 5. Some sort of glitch because boom. Okay, that was a yeah. So that was pretty cool. I liked how I sort of jumped off the wall and did like a flip and just kept attacking her. What I found was like the fights were so fluid and like the parkour element. I really enjoyed that. Here's my second clip. It's a little bit longer, but here is why it is impressive, and I'll tell you off the bat. I was wearing armor that allows the enemies to do double the damage to me. I did no upgrades to my health, and I did this flawlessly.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, that game is so good.
It looked.
But yeah,
Do you found that it plays better on PS5 than on Stadia, or you feel like the same?
so when I first played it on PlayStation, no, when I first played it on Stadia, my first playthrough, it was buggy. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of issues. The map wasn't loading, but I feel like that was just sort of a victim of the very first time playing it. When I played it on Stadia, the second playthrough a year later, when it had a bunch of updates, quality of lifestyle, it played fine. I never had an issue. That game requires a lot of precise timing. Never had any kind of issues. What I did realize when I played on PlayStation 5 was true 4K. I mean, it just looks ridiculously beautiful. Everything is beyond detailed. You get that shiny, nice feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The only thing I'd be interested in is throwing it in the 3080 and throwing the RTX on it. But I don't even know if it has ray tracing. I don't
I
think
don't know.
that game would be.
I wouldn't think it's mostly
Yeah.
for higher graphic demanding. Where this one is like more platformer site, and then
Yeah.
like it just the background is usually steady or something like that. But like it just looked amazing. I would like to point out, I just noticed already exists a mention about Shenmue. Yes, that was a game very similar to Judgment. I played Shenmue 1 on Dreamcast many years ago. And they came out with Shenmue 2 like recently or something like that. Or it
Oh,
was
no
like in a
way. I've
Kickstarter,
never heard this
yeah.
one.
Yeah, pretty good game. The first one was amazing. Second one I haven't played. I don't know if it's out yet, but they had it as a back. What do you call it? A Kickstarter. But yeah, interesting.
Oh, well, awesome. Awesome. I'll have to check it. Shenmue.
You can
But
have it first one and second one on PlayStation for $8, and the Shenmue 3 for $5. Nice.
okay. It's an action platformer, you're saying?
Yeah, it's like you're fighting. You learn a different combo, but it's not a fighting like Mortal Kombat. It's like on the street. It's like an adventure, and then like you go and then fight other people. You're locking into them, and then just like take like you just do counter attack and like learn combo with your feet and legs.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah,
like
I
a
get it.
karate. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Well, I got too many games on the backlog now, but
Yeah,
I'll get through the games I got going on.
definitely.
Until then, we want to wrap up the show unless you have anything else you would like to cover.
No, that's pretty much it.
Guys, I want you to know that we will be taking a 2-week break, but we will be coming back in the new year with a brand new show. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be Canadian. You're going to get stuck in some maple syrup. That's okay. Your fingers will get sticky. But that's what this is about, having fun, gaming, hanging out with your friends. And we appreciate everybody in chat for coming out. Super awesome. Thank you for tuning in to us, just, sitting here chatting about our games, what we like, news this week. We'll be back in the new year with a new show.
Season 2.
Until then, hit us up with some love on the channel.
Yeah,
Be
and
sure to follow us on our socials. You know where we are. Love us. Hit the notification bell for more shows and all that good stuff. Of course, this would not be made possible without my awesome co-host leveling up the podcast. As always, he's leveled it up 67 times this year.
well, I had a good host with me, so
Thank you.
I would like to
I
say, like, because we're not gonna see like everybody else until New Year. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year for everyone. Hopefully, I will see you guys in the new year with like more show, more activity, and yeah, we'll be always on the channel. But stay in touch because we're gonna be still posting video on the channel until the new year.
Yeah, and we'll still be around Tuesday playing the community. So David Simpson, I hope to see you out there, and I hope you 1v1 me, huh?
Yes.
1v1 me, David Simpson. But
There's
until then, don't get caught in the rain when you're playing in the clouds. Am I right?
Yes,
All right.
exactly.
Merry Christmas and have a happy new year, and we'll see you in the new year.
Yes. See you guys.